Hello YouTube, Red Suit Studs here. Today we're going to be taking a break from LEGO Star Wars sets, and we're going to be unboxing, building, and reviewing the LEGO Orchid from the Botanical Collection. So without further ado, let's get started. So here is our box for the Orchid, coming in at 608 pieces there. It has the typical black background that you associate with the 18 plus sets, and then you can kind of see the Botanical Collection logo here with a little orchid icon as well. And then if we spin the box around here, you can see the set on display here on the back, along with the dimensions as per usual. And then we also have a couple photos more of the set, and then we actually have a picture of an actual orchid there on the left, which kind of gives us a good comparison between the two here. So let's open it up and check out the instruction manual. So with our instruction booklet here, we get the QR code for the digital instructions as per usual. And then on the inside, on the left page here, we get a little history about the orchid itself, similar to the diorama sets where they kind of give you a little blurb about the set you're about to build. And then on the right here, we kind of get some images showing different ways you can arrange the flowers on the build once you're done. So that's a cool feature that you can kind of switch up and customize it however you want. And then on the next page here, we kind of get images of the other botanical sets as well. So with all that being said, let's get building. One more thing before I continue with the video. I know you all know what this is. I've hidden a LEGO Minikit somewhere in the background of this video. Let me know in the comments where you were able to find it. So now that it's all put together, here is our final build for our Botanical Collection Orchid. and I gotta say it's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. It's pretty tall, so I've really had to kind of lean the camera back here so you can see everything in all its glory. You can kind of see I'm moving it by these kind of posts that they have in the middle here to kind of support the actual vines of the plant there. So there are a lot of little details in this set that I'll have to get in closer for you all to get the full effect, but just general impressions of this set. I really like the pot that they used with kind of the slanted pieces all around to form the base. The leaf pieces are done really well with kind of those kind of canopy pieces that you see sometimes on like cockpits or ships in Star Wars. It works really well to give the effect of like a big leaf. And then you can kind of see there are vines kind of coming off the side there. And all the flowers, looks like 6 in total. Like it said in the instructions, you can kind of swap them all out. So I just have what the instruction manual told me to do, but I think I might swap them out at a future time as well. So getting in a little closer here, you can see some of the details a little bit better. For example, you can see that this piece here, it's kind of like an orchid that is just starting. It's not fully bloomed yet. And I believe that's actually a piece that they used for a Demogorgon head from one of the Stranger Things sets. So really unique use of that piece there. It works perfectly, and I didn't even notice it at first until I kind of realized it after I was building it. And then here you can kind of see one of those little like cupcake pieces they have where it's kind of the swirl. So that looks like it's another bud of a orchid forming there. And then you can see closer up on this orchid here, there's a little frog piece in the center there, kind of used as like the center bud of the flower. And then we also have some shield pieces kind of all around the sides of it to kind of form the petals along with these pieces here. And you can see here on the back how those are all connected, all those petals with this kind of web piece with the beams. They all snap into place there on the back. And if I had to have one negative with this set so far in my review, I would say that these shield piece petals, they were really difficult to kind of put together, because you can kind of see here how they have this fork piece into kind of a connector, and it goes through the handle of the shield, and it's a really creative way to put that together. However, it isn't the most stable because the handle on the fork, it's not very long, and so you need to fit it through that handle of the shield to connect with the other piece on the other side, and the handle of the fork just isn't long enough to have like a really secure connection. It works, but I feel like it could work a little bit better. And then you can also see coming off from kind of all the different stems these vine pieces here on the ends, just to kind of cap off all the different roots and vines coming off the flower there. And then the pot of the plant here at the bottom, you can see it kind of has all that mulch in there, and we kind of have a vine piece coming out here as well as one on the other side there. And they actually used claw pieces from Lego Nexo Knights sets for the mulch in there, and I think it works really well because it actually looks a lot like bark or mulch. So that was kind of a perfect piece they used there ingeniously. It was a good idea. And then we have our 2 vines coming off the sides there, which I feel like they could have made them a little bit longer, but then again, I'm not a botanist, I'm no expert on flowers, so I don't really know how long orchid vines actually are, but I think they used a nice color too to kind of contrast the rest of the green they used in the set here with kind of a olive color. And then I'd also mentioned earlier these leaf pieces, how they kind of use these canopy pieces that some ships use. And I like how they are nice and big. It gives a good effect of a big leaf coming out from the bottom of the pot here. However, I wish they would have used a 2x4 plate instead of just a simple 2x2 there, because I feel like the connection would just be a little bit more stable on the leaf, because they do use some pins underneath in there, but I feel like having some more security with an extra bigger plate on the top would be a little bit better. And we get 3 of these big leaves in total, and then a couple smaller ones there as well, all connected through some pins that were placed in earlier in the build, kind of in the base, before you put the rest of the pot together. There's a really intricate system of pins and beams that go into building the inside of that pot. Alright, so that is it for our overview of the Orchid set. All in all, I really enjoy this set. Aside from a few tedious building techniques on some of the petals there, I think it was definitely worth it. The size and actual tallness of this build is definitely a positive, and I like how big the leaves are, like I mentioned before, and the petals look really good once they're all put together, and it's nice how you can kind of change them out and put them in different positions as well, which is really cool. So if you enjoy any of the other Botanical Collection sets, I would definitely recommend this one. I think this is one of the best ones. I had built the flower bouquet a while ago, and I enjoyed that one a lot. But I haven't really been getting into the botanical ones until now with this orchid, and I like what they're doing with some of the succulents and stuff like that, so I'm excited to kind of check those out as well. For 608 pieces in total, only $49.99 retail, I would definitely recommend this set to anybody who's looking to have some fun building some Lego flowers. If you enjoyed this build, make sure to like the video and subscribe to stay tuned for next time, where I'm going to be taking you on a tour of the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago with their new LEGO exhibit, The Art of the Brick. Thanks for watching.